Okay, I think it's working this time. It's nothing like doing a rehearsal first. I didn't want to do that, but there it is. What you see behind me, that's me. Behind me is this book from the Green Oracle deck by Riccardo Manetti and Franco Rivoli. Rivoli, not ravioli. Somebody must be hungry. This was a request by someone named whose YouTube channel is named Viv Buyer 1111. That's 4 ones. They were thinking about, I guess, getting this deck, but wanted to know what it sounded like to read from the guidebook. So I was going to read. I pulled 5 cards, I think. Yep, these 5, which will come up as we go through them. And I'll read a little blurb from the book. Also, if you're wondering about what's on my shirt, that's a cat who has, I'll take that away and show that. That's a cat who has pulled some cards. They're in the wrong order up there that I'm showing. Apologies. But it's actually Judgment, Moon, Death, Ace of Pentacles, and the Three of Swords. And the cat has a pendulum here, a little quartz pendulum thing. That's not clear. It's not even clear in person, and I can't tell what deck it is. It's got a pentacle in each corner. Yeah, it doesn't look familiar at all. I mean, the Three of Swords does. The Moon kind of does. Not really. It's got 2 rabbits in it. I guess these are things a cat would want to see, maybe? I don't know. But anyway, that's close to being right. Judgment, then it should be the Moon, then Death, then Ace of Pentacles, and then Three of Swords. So if anyone wants to take a stab at what that cat might say, please leave a comment. Let's go back to the book. Get rid of the cat shirt. Okay, there's the book again. So I'm going to read from that. Our first card should come up here. There we go. Card number 5. And hopefully that's clear enough if you want to read it, in case my pronunciation isn't spot on. Each card pretty much is divided into 4 sections in this book. Concept, image, like what's drawn on the card, then a whole paragraph about the card, and then something called divinational meanings, just like little quotes from something, but I'm not sure what they're quoting from. This is card number 5. It says doing better. I guess we all hope to do that every day. The concept is every day something more, even if only a little, or little. Working on my enunciation, which is pretty bad. And then for the image, it says a man wakes up, could be just a person. A man wakes up with the sun, opens his arms with a sunflower at his side. Kind of looks like the sunflower is doing what he's doing. That's odd. Then behind him in that big painting, maybe that's the Lost Van Gogh or something. There's a lot of sunflowers on there. When I first looked at this, I thought that's the, footboard part of the bed, but it's not. Every card has this little thing that looks like a part of a tree with the rings in it, like a stump, but kind of worn away on the top edge. So let me read the big paragraph here. What about the need for energy, light, enthusiasm, trust, and hope? Beginnings shape every journey, and our attitude in the morning is enough to shape the day. Belief, not in something as high and divine, but simply in the fact that, quote, today will be a beautiful day, end quote, will create wonder, and it will actually change things. Things in the evening was scary and seemed impossible. Things. Seems like it should be were scary. I don't know. Things in the evening was scary and seemed impossible will feel within our reach on a bright morning. Maybe that's okay. Catch the day then, but it also means put all of this energy to use so that it will bear fruit and return more energy and brightness tomorrow. Which is kind of like a longer way of saying to use manifestation but with effort to get wherever you want to be or something you want. Divinational meanings. These all have quotes, so I won't do them, but I'll try to pause between each one. When light comes, it's time to do, and when darkness came, it's time to rest. It's oddly worded. Start with the right attitude. Every day, take one more step. Trust the good things. Okay, that was card number 5. Let's go to card number 7. Strangely, all of the ones I pulled are on the right-hand page of the guidebook. I don't think that means anything. Okay, our next one is 7, which I think the image up there is much better than what I can hold up. 7 is nature's imperfection. The concept is nature is different and not standardized. You got that right. Image. So many fruits, referring to the picture, and none with a perfect shape. I don't know. They're all kind of perfect. I mean, that's a grape. I guess they mean not mathematically perfect. I don't know. Here's the paragraph. Substance and appearance. For so long we have been encouraged to focus on the latter being appearance, as it makes the world so much simpler. In the TV, heroes and heroines are all young, intense, and beautiful. They sure are. And in the supermarket, which is super, in the supermarket, fruits and vegetables look at us with perfect shape and shiny colors that seem so perfect. Not at Walmart. That is not natural. Well, that's true. I see the point, kind of. If you grow your own stuff, they don't come out like that unless it's some really, really good hybrid. Hopefully it's not getting too dark in here. I forgot about the lights, but it doesn't matter. You're looking at the cards and listening, not looking at me. That is not ... natural. Nature is full of imperfections, uniqueness, differences, and it's so often ugly. I don't know about that. I would definitely say different, but there is beauty in that way of being ugly. I guess they're making a point. Real is actually beautiful. Weight, glasses, and wrinkles are all beautiful if you learn to look at what's real. I see. As for fruit and vegetables, taste, health, and deliciousness are not in the sight. Okay. Divinational meanings. First one, seek improvement, but do not chase perfection. Find what is real behind any glamorous disguise, like the one I'm wearing. Accept the flaws in others and yourself as something natural. Diversity is part of nature. Okay, that was card number 7. What are we going to next? We're going to card number 15 next. And before I do that, here's card 15 up next. It's up there. I'll just do this. 15 is water. You can see a big wave with a porpoise, dolphin. I guess they'll tell us it's a dolphin. Concept, water. Image, a giant wave breaking with a dolphin jumping. Yep. the paragraph says, water is said to be the origin of life and also the resource that will be most precious and possibly scarce in the future. Water also feels like immensity and a quiet, silent power, like a tsunami. Just looking at the sea could bring peace and a sense of wonder. Water can also be the happiness and merry energy as the waves break and laugh and play together. Okay. Finally, water is the power to clean, to quench thirst, to refresh, and to nourish the body as much as the spirit. These are some big divinational meanings. Follow the current, listen to the flow, lose the need to have a direction. I agree with that one. Change while staying yourself. Adapt without losing your nature. Have to ponder that one. Find a reason for happiness. Let go of worries for an instant. Be reborn in water, making yourself clean again. Okay, that was okay. Since we're on that topic, let's have some water. Excuse the plastic bottle. Okay, they're right. Water is pretty good. Up next is 17. Uh-oh. Sorry, I forgot to put it up. No. What did I just do? I did 15. Oh, I see. I'm marking the wrong one. Sorry. Okay, we're definitely on 17. 17 is Earth. Bet you can't guess what the concept is. It's Earth. Image, many rocks of jagged and unusual shape, with flowers coming out of the cracks and a rabbit coming out of his hole. It's a little hard to see flowers and cracks. I see some green around the rabbit. Are those flowers? Possibly. Okay, the paragraph says, the last element. They had the 4 elements in the deck, by the way. The last element, Earth, is the foundation of the world we walk on. Many times Earth seems to lack the comfort and immediate sense of welcoming of the other elements. After all, it is a bit more difficult to portray romantically what we call dirt. Well, that might be the first time I read that way. But Earth is not a romantic notion. It's not. It is about reality and physical presence. It is the root of our world. It is the difficult home we build day after day until it has the shape of our hearts. Divinational meanings. Focus on the foundations. Find a safe place, defend it, and start from it. A seed only grows if put in good earth. Not around here. They grow everywhere. Some people call them weeds. If you're into botany, some people get really excited about those weeds and don't see them as weeds, unless it's an invasive species. Anyway, there is no place like home. I agree with that. No place like home, and click your heels together. So what's next? Oh, this is the more difficult card to deal with. The last card is 31. Let me put that up. 31 is kind of a two-parter. In other words, it's 3 pages long. So here we go. Hopefully that shows up. I think it does. 31 is called Coexist Concept. Human-nature relationship. Image, a man, a wolf, a goat, and a cabbage are resting together near a river. How did cabbage get there? And this is more than a paragraph. This is like 3 paragraphs. Here we go. There is a very old story about the wolf, the sheep, and the cabbage. The story says that it's impossible to have everything and that one must choose whether to sacrifice the sheep or the cabbage. Choice is about responsibility. Sacrifice is about maturity. I'll agree with that. Acceptance of loss is about reality. But actually, the puzzle suggested by the story could be solved. It is indeed possible to save both the sheep and the cabbage. Coexistence is difficult, but not impossible. Sacrifice can take the form of effort, attention, patience, and perseverance. It's not always loss. Solutions can be found outside the obvious choice and the majority opinion. Third paragraph. But more than anything, if you look at the picture, you may realize that even for a wolf, a sheep, and a cabbage, life is not just a fight. Nature is not just about eating. They can just stay there, resting near a calm river peacefully, which is what they're doing on the card. Okay, so that was, if you have the book, well, I guess the person that's thinking about this doesn't, but that's page 41. Now we'll move to pages 42 and 43. Kind of a part 2 of the same card, but no image this time, just the next 2 pages. Sorry. Okay, and then in the little gray boxes, I guess this is going to be the story. So here we go. The story and the puzzle of the wolf, the sheep, and the cabbage. And in parentheses, sometimes it's about a fox, a goose, and a bag of beans. And probably it changes form and characters with each language and culture. Here comes the actual story. Once upon a time, a man was about to cross a river with his wolf, his sheep, and his cabbage. Unfortunately, he could only bring one of the 3 across the river on each journey. And if left alone together, even for a short time, the wolf would eat the sheep and the sheep would eat the cabbage. I've actually never seen sheep eat cabbage. But when you're hungry, if he carried the cabbage first, at his return he would have found the sheep eaten. If he carried the wolf, he would have found the cabbage eaten. But if he carried the sheep first, if he fetched the wolf last, the cabbage would have been eaten for some reason. And if he fetched the cabbage last, the sheep would have eaten it. However, there is a solution. Carry all 3 of them. It can easily be found through the web. The web? However, there is one hint. You should consider that it's possible to travel both ways through the river, and what has been carried over can also be carried back later. Interesting. And now we get to divinational meanings. A solution may be found if you look hard enough. Sometimes, between the cabbage, the sheep, and the wolf, there is no need to have a preference. I kind of have a preference. I think it's the wolf, then the cabbage, then the sheep. And between a hard choice, there is always time to sit a moment. I guess we have to remember that these Lo Scarabee are probably originally written in Italian and then translated to English. Or maybe that's a way of expressing that I don't understand. Between an, hard choice, there is always time to sit a moment. Do not surrender to reason just because reason says so. Okay. That seems to be the only one that was long, I guess, because it has a tail in there. So that was me reading from the Green Oracle Guidebook, which happens to be if you want to know, which happens to be the English part is 49 pages. And how many languages are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it looks like English, Italian, Spanish, French, Dutch, that's German, and Pukuku, Paikui. Is that Russian? Polish? Look at it. Serbo-Croatian? I'm going to say it's Russian, but I'm not sure. That's definitely German. I'm not sure. But hopefully that was helpful to Viv Bayer 1111. And like I probably said a gazillion times to the point of boredom, any requests are okay, reasonable ones, I suppose. So I will end that here since that's my second video today. With that, let's go back to the original book cover before I end it. Get rid of this. There you go. And that was reading from the guidebook for the Green Oracle. With that, I will say peace. Enjoy. Peace.